Let's take a look at these beautiful crystal prints. They come in different styles and they're just a gorgeous way to add a little bit of a unique look to your pieces. And you can see on this necklace that I made, I chose a really graphic print to go with the black and the silver. It just really makes it pop. And the way that we get started with this necklace is cutting a piece of polyester chain. Now, this one happens to be 29 links long, but you just want to choose an odd number of links because we're going to have that central pendant, and that gives it a place to begin your cascade. And we'll start by stringing a teardrop shape and a bead cone onto a head pin. And I'm using a ball and star head pin because it gives it a little bit of a decorative look. And I love this trick of using a cone on top of a teardrop bead because, see, it just fits over it like a little hat. So what we'll do is grab a round nose pliers and come into your head pin and make a 90-degree angle. And you're just making it slightly above the top of the cone. Then you move your pliers over a little bit and roll it back to make the loop. And I'm using the middle of the pliers so that it makes a little bit of a larger loop. So you can see it's sitting on top of the pin. And then I'm going to pick up my piece of polyester chain that I've cut and place it right onto the link. Now, the reason I'm wrapping this one directly onto the necklace is because these head pins are a little bit thinner and this will give it some extra durability. So I'll just go ahead and wrap the stem around like so, and you can see that it's going to be very secure on your necklace. And you can coil it around about 4 times and then use your wire cutters to just trim off the extra. Now the next piece is using a square ring, and I love these because when you attach a jump ring to each end, it makes more of a diamond shape like that. So what I've done here is made the same type of wrap on the cube, and then I've added this crystal to an eye pin and connected it with jump rings here. Now this piece is another piece of wrapping. Here I'm using an eye pin, and then I threaded it through this channel set component and 4mm crystals, and then I'll just bring the end of the eye pin out through the hole in the channel setting, and this time I'm just going to bend the pin against the top, trim off a little bit of the extra, and then make my round loop. And this is just going to be a basic loop to attach it to the polyester chain. So you're using a few different types of connections for this necklace. You have the wrapped loop, the basic loop, and a jump ring. And remember, when you're attaching jump rings, you always turn them open to the side. So using your chain nose pliers, just like when you're attaching a basic loop, bring it here and open, and then place it onto the center of the necklace. And this will be the beginning of your pattern. So this is on the center link. And you can see when I lay it out this way, that's right in the middle. And then we'll open a jump ring on this piece using the chain nose pliers. And it can be helpful to use a bent nose pliers as well. So you have chain on one side and bent on the other, and you just turn your jump ring open. And then you can attach this directly to the necklace. And you can see our cascading pattern starting to come together, each of those connections to the polyester chain. Now, to finish the sides of the necklace, this is where we're going to get a little creative attaching our silver chain. This is unsoldered, but it is a little bit tougher to open than a jump ring, so I place my chain nose pliers inside and just gently open the pliers to open the ring. I don't recommend doing this for jump rings, but because this chain is harder, it can withstand that. So then we'll place this onto the polyester chain, bring your chain nose pliers back, and squeeze that closed. Then, to attach the clasp, I'm using an easy lobster. So you can see it has an opening here, and we'll just slide it onto the end of the chain, and then use round nose pliers inside to bend this closed. And I would use the same process to attach this to the other side, and we would attach the rest of our dangles here to the center. And let's take a look at the finished necklace. You can see how it's going to look once you've made all of your attachments. You have wrapped loops and basic loops and jump rings all in one piece, and it makes a really elegant finish. And if you want to take a look over here at the other samples, I have a couple of necklaces using crystal print pendants.